to all my Capricorns out there. So please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Yeah, if you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below. So the cards that I come up with are the Seven of Swords, Page of Cups, Three of Cups. Let me move this back some. The Seven of Wands, the Knight of Cups. This is for Capricorns, all right? You have the Judgment or any kind of cross watchers, anything like that. What is going on with this? Behave. Behave, I tell you. Hold on, y'all. Behave. The Judgment. The Fool. High Priestess. The World. And last but not least, you have the King of Wands. Very interesting. So the World represents Capricorn, okay? Wait till I get to this card. Now, because I learned something new about it, because I told y'all I'm getting better. Now, the Seven of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Cups, these cards represent how a lot of you Capricorns, right now, a lot of you want to kind of give someone a second chance, okay? You want to give someone a second chance, see if things could potentially work out between you and them, right? Or at the very least, you're thinking about it, right? Romantically, on a romantic level. And sorry about this. On a romantic level. And what's happening here is this is very much so a situation for you where the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Cups represents, you may want to pay attention to how your state of affairs are, meaning that this may not necessarily be the best thing for you Capricorns, right? There is a reason why people are our exes, right? Our ex-relationship partners. And the reason for that is because originally those people weren't necessarily for us because they were missing something about their character that we didn't like, right? Or you shouldn't like. And the Judgment, the Fool, and the High Priestess represents you're perceiving the world completely incorrectly. You're perceiving things incorrectly. Because remember what it is that I was saying about cards like the High Priestess, the Lovers, the Chariot, you know what I mean? Things, you know, those types of cards, right? Those cards are incorrect. Why? As they are printed. Why? Because black is supposed to be over here and white's supposed to be over here, right? This is right, this is left, right? But at the same time, right, this pillar represents mercy and benevolence, and this pillar represents severity and punishment, right? But, you know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to be on the sides that they're supposed to be. So why that's important is that represents the person's perception. You understand what I'm saying? Like you may be giving a judgment on it as to whether or not you want them back. And ultimately, it is your judgment to let these people back in your life, or for you to essentially be like, nah, I don't want these people in my life anymore. But the Fool and the High Priestess represents if you choose to let these people back, you are essentially letting a moron back, an idiot. What they're going to do is they are going to show up in your life, desecrate it, right? Disrespect it, right? By disrespecting you, because this is what mediocre people do. Mediocre people who are angry and jealous are evil, basically, right? What most people will consider evil, because that's what quote unquote evil is, right? Mediocrity. So the King of Wands now. Oh, so the World, right? The world represents the world as we understand it, the world as we perceive it, the world as we understand it. This is correct. So why that? So it deals with overall well-being, as far as understanding, as far as benevolence, right? So, or I should say protection, okay? So that's important because you're going to need that. What I'm seeing is some of you Capricorns have not spiritually grown up enough the way that you should have, because Capricorn can suffer sometimes from immaturity spiritually, where, or on a soul level, where they don't necessarily understand that there is no exception to the rule, to the not the rule, but to the law of, if a person's trying to kick you down the stairs, that's very disrespectful. That's not right. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, they shouldn't want to do that. They should treat you with respect, right? Especially since Capricorn, one of the things that Capricorn wants the most is respect, right? This is correct. So you can't do both things. You can't say that you want respect, but you find yourself what? In a relationship, right? It's one thing to forgive, but you forgiving and trying to be back together with a person in a relationship who is disrespecting you, all right? And the King of Wands, again, this person is just going to take who you are for granted yet again. So let's clarify the King of Wands. That's all it is that they're going to do, is take you for granted again, unfortunately. So you have the Five of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and you have the Two of Wands. So again, a lot more Five of Wands, a lot more fighting, a lot more disagreements. The Knight of Rods, yet again, you know, this person doesn't want to listen to anything that you have to say. Take a look at how this person, this knight, has the wand by their, you know, by their head, but right next to their ears, you know, in the neck area, as well as the, you know, the ears and stuff like this. The lower head, the mid to lower head. Okay? And then you have the Two of Wands. This person is going to try to make it seem like they're so much better than you. But when people go out of their way to show you how superior they are, they're actually showing you how lame they are. Because really only very poor people up here and in here, and potentially even financially, goes out of their way to try to pick out a particular target to essentially abuse them, right? Or to disrespect them. That is very, you know, that's very lame. So think about that. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.